Today we are gonna take a look at the Ghost Recon break. What happens when Ubisoft gets one of today's television leading men wraps them up in a Wildlands style setting, focuses on story and then groups a heap full of world consistory into a game where you get Wildlands 2.0, or in this case World 2.0, as those on the Island call it Breakpoints. Out now you got it early from a purchase from Ubisoft with one of their packages, otherwise it is out on the 4th, so let's sit down and see if Breakpoint the culmination of what Ubisoft has learned from their past titles, or if it is just gonna show that even gamers with wallets thicker than Italian mafia still have a breaking point. As always, if you like this video, give it a subscribe, hit the notification bell, or help go out there and find another YouTuber, somebody small who doesn't have a lot of support, somebody you have watched before, and subscribe to them. So here's my review for Breakpoint. Graphics. Up first, Breakpoint has almost no positives, without negatives attached right to them. It is a large open world, it is a mix of various terrains like swamp mountain regions and deep forest lands that really actually do impress, especially on first glance, like that first moment when you just helped someone out by giving them a second breath, cool, and you're scotting across the enemy's lands, being chased by two large bloodhounds, and the winds blowing through the grass, and the long patterns with mist flowing around your feet, and a new day sun breaks through the trees, all flicking, and enemies of switch from 200 yards away and watching them fall into a heap and falling into underwater. The environment can absolutely impress, especially at a distance, and distance really is the name of the game here, because if they did one thing right, it is the sense of distance crossing a creek to get into the backside of an enemy camp and then following around on the fields to blend in does do wonders to make the world feel very interactive. As well, the best parts of Breakpoint I experienced it out in that open world, just moving from place to place to place. Also, I dig the texturing when you go full camo with mood splattered all over you from top to bottom, and you can come up looking like Arnold in the Predator movie after hiding. That is good stuff until you realize that running into a mud puddle will occasionally just splat you with the exact same body mud spray, but we'll get to that in a moment. Also, what is it with this guy? Just have to point out that he is absolute at making himself blame it in good job, not covering the gay and pink side of your face, bro. It is like your wallet outside after common just half of his head, and that's really a good reminder of the issues in Breakpoint. It never puts a foot forward without putting another foot back and then somehow sprouting a third foot. So it can show that right in its Yavin pull, as it pulls off just another graphical faux pass. First, the world itself can look good, but it's a wash and goods and past experience and location, in particular location of a lot of the events that you are gonna follow, especially whenever you enter an enemy's base or camp base or BAM or whatever you want to call it. Internal textures in those areas are decidedly poor looking compared to the outside location, and everything has a stamped in place look to it, like Ubisoft grabbed 100 feet or whatever they thought was really the best parts of the game, then hit Ctrl V and then just started macro in Ctrl C everywhere in the game, world copy pasting world items, enemies and location elements wherever they wanted, and sure, you can just not really go into those parts. That would be one plan, but that be like beating the out of bathroom scale because you ate 4 cheesecakes before you jump on it, missing the point of the entire mechanism that's being tested, and it's very easy to go getting around a corner on a motorbike to find a silver towered motor city just sitting in the middle of the road like they posted in there. It does not happen all the time, but it is enough that is really easily recognizable and ruins a lot of the organic feel in the game, especially if you are not 5 sheets to the wind when you're playing this. It's a noticeable step down from Wildlands and definitely Division 2 even, but there are a lot of profoundly beautiful places in the game. Take for instance the rocky regions of the south, they list and this very real feeling of the hills and Afghanistan with crumbling ridges leading through twisting paths is back down to the valley floor and offers a unique location compared to the rest of the game world, that is, until you start realizing every 100 feet. So, thanks for watching. Again, subscribe to my channel, press like. Goodbye.